My bad, y'all. Galveston podcast.
What
This is the
happened?
review. My mic was on mute. Saturday vibes inside. I see the topic on there. We were supposed to do this last night. Fell asleep. We are working people that is still trying to podcast at the same time. So bear with us at the end of the week. The topic tonight is, why do the kids these days want to be so gangster?
Put in the trash. Here. Oh, put it right here. Right here. Right here. Trash right here.
Topic is, why do kids these days want to be so gangster? All right, got my share. Topic up. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. And I'm playing the shot game at the same goddamn time. Saturday vibes. It's going down. Flip it. Man, baby. But the topic is, so your thoughts on why kids want to be so gangster. And I'm taking it from the T.I. situation with King being spoiled inside the mansion but want to be so gangster. And we do have kids where we take care of them, where they have everything they need, but still want to be gangster. Or hood or street or whatever you want to call it. Can you hear me?
You ready to talk about it?
Oh yeah.
The music's playing. That's why I ain't said nothing.
That was because I thought nobody was gonna come in. So you're right.
Um, I'm not sure why they want to be so gangster these days. They really think it's cool. And to be the main ones that's not from no type of struggle. No type of struggle at all. But they swear to God they're gangster.
I know
I
they
never.
come up. I know they come up with parents that work hard for them to have stuff. And still want to go to the street.
Yeah. For what? I don't get it. It's not fun out there, y'all. And it ain't cool either.
It's really not. And that good life you have, you really need to cherish as much as you can before you become an adult your damn self.
Uh huh.
we was trying to be gangsters back in the day. It wasn't no want to be. We was trying to be because you wasn't accepted if you wasn't gonna do certain things to be a part of that gang or that hood or that block. So you had to put in certain type of work. Now I don't know. You just go out there and do crazy shit just to represent a set.
And you're called cool from a whole cul-de-sac. Nah,
I don't know.
it's not fun.
Could it be the parenting then?
It could in some circumstances because they show them that. Maybe the parents might be a little gangster and they show them that. And then some grown ass people these days are just so gangster they can't even get themselves out of it to be a better role model for their kids. I wouldn't want my kid going through anything that I went through growing up.
That's true. I mean, I just really don't get it. The like the trend of bullshit though is just popular. I don't understand. Now on King's side, could it be that he was bored in the mansion and the only fun he saw was that his friends was having outside the gates?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how the hell he was bored because they always had something going on.
Yeah, but on the TV show that we saw, he was
That's
always
true.
crying though. He was always crying. He was always the crybaby. Every situation that happened with him, he always was the one that was crying and always in his feelings about something.
That's very true.
I don't know. I think it's part of the fault of the parent, but I don't know, man. These days, how do you keep your kids from the street? How
You
do you
really
keep them
can't.
from the hood when they got to go to the public schools and shit like that?
You really can't. I tried it when I raised my husband's kids. I raised his three boys with him. And the youngest one, he veered off. He even tattooed block bleeder on him. I was trying to figure out which block he was bleeding because we lived in a cul-de-sac in a big old house. And both of us at that time, the whole time we raised, I was with him, we raised him. We both worked for TDC. So, what were you bleeding again? And then he ended up in the justice system with the juvenile, and I had to go through all that with him. And it was nothing we did. We wasn't like turning up at home doing. We wasn't doing nothing. I mean, we'd have our parties and stuff like that, but it was no block bleeding or no nothing like that being shown. He chose that on his own.
And then back then, but to keep us from you see this happened, that happened. Parents took things that we cherished back then. It's nothing the kids cherish that we could take from them that could be a punishment to teach them anything though.
You're right. You're
So we
right.
kind of lost them with technology on that part. But what do we do as a parent to show this child the true way of that's not the way to go, man?
A headlock.
We can't whoop kids' ass no more. They took the ass whooping away. So I don't know, man. They just making it easier for our children to be damned any damn way.
That's true. I mean, technically, you can't beat them, but you can whip them.
That's gonna eventually turn into a beating when you continue to whoop them for the same fucking shit. So
Yeah, you got to find another
it's gonna
means.
go harder. Yeah, you're gonna go harder and harder on the child because the first ass whooping did prove nothing.
And really, some of these kids are
What's up,
so
Diggy?
some of these kids are so strong off that that's a joke to them.
What's up, Diggy? Our topic is why the kids of today want to be so gangsters. Give us a comment, brother. Diggy in the building. Louisiana in the building. The boot in the building. Yeah, it's the podcast. This is the review. I don't know, man. Take their phone away. They friend probably got an extra phone they can get. I mean, what is
And
it we
then
can say?
parents don't even want to do that no more because they're like, "Oh, I won't be able to get a hold of my kid."
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. It's no, we have no help.
if
No,
you don't put that down,
I guess that's what we need more of.
sternness,
You gotta check that shit when you see that shit. Don't let that shit
absolutely,
slide.
absolutely. You also got to be able to. A lot of people don't. A lot of people have it. A lot of people don't. But you have to have that demeanor when you're dealing with these kids.
Diggy say all the fake men left out here. I don't know. I mean, that's true too, because the old schools gave a fuck about other kids and shit like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't no, it wasn't no issue of a grown man telling you something right or steering you the wrong way, even if they was doing a little dirt. That would made it more player that the ones that was doing the dirt was really still guiding others not to be like that. It was always a saying of you don't want to be like me or you don't want to be out here doing this, doing that. And now these days they don't have that in them. Because these are the days of that ain't my business. I don't give a fuck. But it's always when it's something happened to their kinfolk or something happened to them when they bow down to have an understanding of what's going on that we need to lead each other.
Yep. I'm a firm believer. If somebody sees my kid doing something wrong, they can address them.
But yeah, but it gotta
I'm
be
not
that
talking
right
about.
one though. I gotta say that because most people be still dealing with mental health with their own problems and they coming off right, but they not doing it in the right way. So you know what I'm saying? They'll come at your child screaming at them or fussing at them, then just talking to them when you bringing off pressure off something you got going on
Yeah.
that don't do with the child. So you don't trust people these days because you didn't have to scream at my child or come at it like that or due to what you got going on. So most people bring their personal issues out on shit like that.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
They just stripped all the parenting laws. Really? Oh, this topic is really what can you really say though? Because I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like, shit, these kids, technology got them growing faster than anything. They don't need to ask you if they got Google. They don't need the parenting no more when they can go search for it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially they don't have a parent that don't know how to answer it. So
They don't even know Google everything on the internet. They don't even know the struggle of looking through an encyclopedia just to try to write a report, man.
yeah, see, that was the days of what you don't know won't hurt you.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And when you find out something, you think you know something.
That's right. That is right.
But do you like now it's the point where you can't control the child and it's damaging you and your way of living, especially when you got other kids. I mean, I'm just saying, do you just kick the child out now?
Nah, just gonna have to try different means. Eventually, it'll be some type of um jail setting for them if they're like that um with the if they're underage with the juvenile. That's a whole nother different ball game right there because you're more in trouble than the child is.
Hmm.
But those are the times where you have to make decisions and see if you want to accept the help because you can't help it. You can't do nothing to help. That's how it ended for me. He ended up in juvenile a few times, and I don't know what to do. I had my hands crossed. I didn't. Okay, I'll get your monster truck. I had my hands tied. I didn't know what to do. I was lost. And then one day something happened, and oh, he went to check in with his probation officer and snuck in some fake pee in a body spray bottle, and they arrested him on site at the juvenile.
Nigga said jail make you worse sometimes.
In my
I
case,
mean,
it
but
helped.
what should you do though? I mean, like I said, they didn't made everything that you can do as a parent look bad that you do towards the child, whooping their ass, punishing them, and I mean, embarrassing them. Some of us didn't really get our ass whooped. We got embarrassed in front of friends, in front of our
Yeah.
peers, because they knew us getting talked about gonna fuck with us more than you
Mm-hmm.
feel me, more than an ass whooping would, because our peers picking on us. We're ashamed that our parents did that, came up there in a bathrobe and shit.
Yep.
They didn't give a fuck.
Because I'll sure be the one sitting in the classroom with my moo on.
You don't even hear them talk about boot camp or nothing. Shit, sitting they ass to boot camp.
Even gone.
Yeah, I did Seaborn.
You're badass.
I did Seaborn. He said look for a mentor.
That's
Mm,
sometimes easier
some
said
people
than
scared of
done.
that shit, bro. They don't trust other people when they can't get their child right for somebody else to come in, or they'll be jealous that another person can come in and get their child right.
Now that's selfish.
There's some parents that's like that. That's in their feelings, and somebody could come in and set their child straight, and they will hold their child back from that, or won't even try to go look for that type of help
Yeah.
due to their self. But a mentor is a good way to go. Therapist, counselor, but
Uh-huh.
you got to choose the right one, not the one that's gonna turn your child against you, but the one to understand the problem, to take the problem out the child. Don't
Yep.
create a problem for the parent, like it's the parent fault or this and that. When the parent really going to work, busting their ass and shit, you feel me? Yeah, you a straightforward though. You a straightforward dude though, Diggy. We need 100 of you though. We don't have 100 of you. We got you and me, cause I'm into the youngin, especially around where I stay at. You feel me? When I see him, good talk, then bullshit talk and all that other stuff. More serious of saying what I gotta say than playing with them. Especially when you seeing a child that you can't play with them. Certain kids, you need to just be straight up and stop joking around with them because they think it's a game. And it's not a game out here. You're gonna get into something you can't get out, especially when you get initiated in a real game. So These kids of the day, you need to tell them they not really in the game. They just repping a set, a clique. They're a group
A
of people
cul-de-sac.
that wouldn't even survive during the time when gangs was around. All these sets and all these blocks and all that would never been because Crips and Bloods and the Vice Lords and all them would never let that happen. So it wouldn't be as much as a clique of people, youngsters as they have today, because there'll
Mm-hmm.
be a big ass war out there. When there's already a war out there between them,
Yep. Hmm.
they don't make us like not well. We out there, bro. Like I told you, we out there. They do make us, and we is out there. It's just we in the era of I don't give a fuck, and that ain't my business era. We're in the fuck of I don't know. That's kind of selfish and jealousy too, to the point where we not want to help each other.
Yeah, for real.
But most of these guys we talking about also got kids out there. You feel me? That ain't too much saying too much to them. So what you expect?
Think it's more common for a single mother to have a son veer off?
I grew up around cliques. I teach kids to stand on their own already. Parents that got kids that's out of line that's viewing right now. We got some viewers in here, so yeah. See, take them notes down right there. That's a mentor right there. You feel me? Be the leader, not a follower.
It's a few good people around Galveston people could call on for mentoring.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about for one day. We ain't talking about for one day. We talking about for to keep going. We talking about to do it when nobody else trying to do it. Do it when you don't want to really do it. Do it anyway. If you ain't feeling up to it, you having a bad day, still pass a good word to the next one. Don't let your bad day block your teaching for somebody else to grow.
Yeah.
That'll outshine the bullshit.
Yep.
Dig it, where they can find you at mentoring, brother. Put a link up or something. I'll put it in the window. Saturday, goddamn vibes. It's December, man. Next thing you know, it's 24 like Kobe. Swish, Black Mama style. Straight up. Straight Black Mama style. 24 coming in trucking.
Mm-hmm.
I heard on the radio that a father was putting his 15-year-old daughter out because she came home pregnant. And he was serious as fuck. And that type of kind of leans into kids want to be gangster, but also kids want to be grown too. So the father out of line,
Absolutely. Absolutely is.
switch the role though. Is it out of line to kick the son out though?
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you become a parent through the rough, the good, the bad, the ugly. You're a parent no matter what. And the last thing you want to do is throw your kids out there. Then they're going to do what? Try to make a way in the streets.
It's true.
Girls become prostitutes, boys become hustlers, pimps, whatever. The quickest way they can get some money to try to take care of theirs. Can't do that. Not behind no being fast type shit.
In the streets because in the streets because I, I'm fucked up too. But I lead by example. Family first.
Hmm. If you look back on your own life as a teenager or whatever, and you got somebody pregnant and you got put out because of that, you think that would have made you a better man than you are today?
Nah.
A lot of times parents need to apply that type of stuff to themselves. I want totally different from I want totally different from my son than what I got served in life growing up. Totally different for him.
I don't know, man. You're right, but it's kind of not fair to the parent to me, especially
It's
of the
what?
child sassy at the same time of knowing this information.
I get it. I get it.
Mm-hmm. That nigga was serious too. I was trying to find that video.
Where he put the girl out because she got pregnant.
Yeah, but most sons do get put out regardless, quicker than the female do. To
Why
be
you say
honest,
that?
I don't know. I feel like they think that the man can get it easier than the female can in the streets.
Which would lead back to putting them out. You're giving them a reason to try to go and get it in the streets. You gotta try something else first. You gotta try a bunch of other things. Sometimes consistency is the key.
Most of these
It's a lot
kids,
easier said than done with these kids, but
most of these kids be looking for love they don't receive at home.
who said that? Because that is so true.
Diggy said that.
He is right. He is very right. He is very right. I love on all kinds of kids because You just never know the impact that.
But some kids say that when the parent work like 2-3 damn jobs and never be there, that don't mean the parent don't love them.
You know,
Say the parent love them more by them working that many jobs, especially when they got other siblings.
when my stepson got a little older, when he got into his 20s, we had a long talk outside one day, and we talked. No, and we talked and talked, and one of the things he told me that he wished was different is that his dad didn't work so much when he was growing up, so he could have been a little more active in his life and not it just be me. I understand that people have to work, but being there physically is a part of being there mentally for these kids. And sometimes you just got to figure stuff out just to provide them the type of love that they need. You form yourself in so much work when you're trying to raise kids, maybe because you're trying to live up to a means that is not fit for you right now. And it gives them an idled mind. And then the idle mind goes into different thoughts and wonders and boredom and all kinds of stuff. And then chances are they'll end up calling themselves gangsters within the next 3-4 months because they're running the streets now. Because why? The parents are at work. Always at work. There's a lot of people that could have a different opinion of that, but from actually living that exact thing, having a non-gangster son veer off to want to be a gangster, and one of the things that bothered him was a parent working too much, it gave me a different outlook on it. And if I could have changed things now, I would have probably told his dad there was no reason we needed to be in that big ass house. We need to sell it and get something a little smaller so you don't have to work 2 damn jobs. And he could be a little more active in his son's life along with me. But that's just my own experience.
I got this cave video. What do we do in this situation?
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face? Here. No, that's not the goal. All right, then. So, man, go. Or in your ear. I don't know what you're talking about. I had some in the neighborhood with me that woke up with a roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando in my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he said he know not true. Silver spoon. I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life. Nigga, you did have a silver spoon. Look, I used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the fight. You like a baby to go to your grandma's house. Every day. You to hold your breath. Every day. I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand that. No, I'm going to tell you the reason why you want to be over there. Y'all ready? He's a pacifier over there. He was 12 years old. He was a pacifier. He was 12 years old. He didn't do that in the house. He cried like a baby. Holding yeah. They trying to say I was over there trying to sucker past it, but they ain't gonna tell you everything. They trying to hide it. Ain't nobody hiding it. He capping. He capping. He know I stand on business. He know that. Ain't no nigga ever pulled my car like I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. Yeah, I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world? I'm gonna put it out there for them to see. I wouldn't put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like you ain't had me behind the mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do. Like what? You was I got too much to drink. I drunk too much. Drunk too much. Let's go. Just get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other shit. Like this being serious.
Put the thing down. You gotta take the whole thing down.
No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You up here flagging. You're capping. You capping. You capping. You capping. I know. I know you. You capping. I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you though. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. What is she talking about?
Get out me. Get out me.
But you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
He said he wanted to be outside.
I'm just saying. So do he still stay in your house? Want to fight on you and all that other shit? After all that, what he have? Platinum on, diamonds, veneers in his mouth.
Them some big ass veneers in that boy mouth.
He veneer down. You feel me? Goddamn me, acres of land. To me, I think he just want to go to the hood to show off of
That's
who
what I
he
think
is,
too.
which will get you really hurt in the streets.
I like to see how
Which
he
he
really
really
acts
think he
out
can't
there.
be on the cool. Which he think he can't be touched, which he have been touched. He was touched by the dude nephews at the Waffle House. They caught his ass slipping. But that still ain't teaching no lesson.
Mm-mm.
Stay out the public and listen to your kid. Treat them with respect. When they don't understand, take the pride out the conversation. Yeah, I think that conversation kind of went too far too. I don't know. You know how your child is, so them picking on them and playing and shit when they was really serious on the cool. They was really serious, but they was playing. But he was serious in the mug of representing that he from the trap, or he like to be at the trap because he ain't from the trap. We saw you on TV, my nigga. We didn't see you in no hoods.
Not even close to it.
I mean, you seen a little bit in the
I
show that
mean,
he wanted to be gangster or tried to be, but I don't know.
it's kind of hard to be that when you are a crybaby, just like he said. You said.
Yeah, 90% of the time he was crying on the show. On the show. That's why I don't know where his attitude came from.
You heard what his mama said in the video?
Yeah, that he wanted to go to his grandma's house just to suck on his pacifier.
Yeah. That I believe.
Question was asked, did he ever have roaches crawl on his face? You
It's
ain't
a
been in
valid
no hood.
question. It's a valid question.
You ain't been in no hood.
One running across your feet when you least expect it. Or running up your leg, yeah.
I guess he
Oh
just a
man.
child being successful and having a peaceful life is boring to them.
I think it's very unappreciated too when it's like those kids, those tip kids, they had a hell of a life growing up. I mean, granted, no, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. It still probably wasn't no day go by that they had to wonder where their next meal was going to come from.
Cause he the king.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you gotta watch what you name your kids these days.
You really do. Because he named him king, and now he really think he the king of everything. And talking to his daddy and them,
I don't know. What did his daddy really do? Cause
put him in a headlock.
gangsters get caught. So what did he really do? We don't have nothing to prove that he did. Oh well, I mean the guns, but he blamed that on his dead kinfolk. So he didn't take that on the chin like a gangster would. So
Put that
what
in.
did his dad do really?
Got successful before he got caught.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, it was the podcast. This is the review. Diggy in the build. Appreciate the comments, Diggy. He got by 8 felonies.
Tip.
Yeah, and them 8 felonies, his child didn't learn that that's that's not the way to go.
Probably because he ain't seen nothing to do with it. He probably ain't go and visit, or if he ever went, I don't know if he ever went to prison for any of them, but if he probably ain't never went and visited them. Mm-hmm.
I don't think T.I. was ever like locked up like that though.
Makes me wonder now.
Like for real. What guiding him to want to go do dumb shit? I'm sorry. I would have put them hands on King too.
Get your ass out of here.
I would have put his ass in the headlock too. But I would have ended it though, because I'm not one of them parents to keep picking on the child or keep playing with the child that I know the child gonna get serious. When I know the child gonna get to where it's gonna be an argument with them when we were just playing, I'm just gonna stop playing all in general because I know what my attitude gonna go as a parent any
Yeah.
damn way. So it went from us laughing to you finna down there get your ass whooped.
Mm-hmm. At some point, it ain't good to be friends.
I would have just deaded the conversation anyway, because he's showing off from his little homies anyway that's pumping him up that he got around him.
Our whole little situation crazy.
Not even a conversation I should have been having anyway. When you trying to you enjoy a football game. You in public. That's the type of shit you play with them at home and let them get feelings out there. Shit kind of a
Yep.
little embarrassing that you can't control your child in the public. Yeah, respect is the key, but King know they always fuck with it. They always fuck with him about that shit. Like I said, it was just the wrong time. It was in the public. There was a lot of people around, and he feel like he got an image. He got to hold up.
Well, he damn sure didn't do a good job of holding up that image, getting choked on by his dad.
Fuck the choke.
Because if I was his friend, I would have been like, bro, you fucking tripping.
But go to your grandma's house.
Go
He
suck
would have
on
went
that
to his.
beefy.
He would have went to his grandma's house that night. Cut him off, but they ain't gonna do that. Especially when you got dirt. When you do dirt in your house and your kids know about it. So
How old is that boy?
King should be at least now. I'm gonna say 19 or 20. He should be in that range as far as being a young adult.
Interesting.
Yeah, he still got to be in his. He got to be like in his late teens. Cause I won't be putting up there with no child past no 19. You got me fucked up.
Now, I'm totally with that on there. I
It
talked
wouldn't
about
have
not
been.
putting them out, but at
It
a
wouldn't have been
certain
no
age,
headlock. Yeah,
yeah, nah.
yeah. It wouldn't have been no
When I
headlock.
said, yeah, when I said putting them, not to put them out, I meant underage.
What is the right age though? That boy got
They
that
acting
question.
like that at 19, they can go.
So if the daughter still at the crib around that age and come home pregnant, how do you handle that situation then?
If she's just pregnant and she's not like a problem child, that's two different
Nah, we
things.
won't be. I won't even be talking about that because we're gonna protect that baby. Because that baby, I mean, that baby did what she wanted to do, but at the same time, she have the morals that she knows she gonna have to do what she got to do. We're talking about a child as far as in that, not in. But we talking about a child that's in your house still, as far as in 19 still, and is snobbish with a bad mouth and all that. Because that's where we're going with this. Because yeah, we're gonna take care of our child, but how do you still deal with the child that's still gonna talk to you crazy, ain't listening to you, still gonna want to do what the fuck they want to do when you're accepting that you have to take care of your baby with a baby? See, that's the
Yeah, we not.
background of it. That's what trickles to the attitude of this father was saying you got to get up out of here because in that video she was in the background still being smart mouth and not being obedient on listening while you getting fussed at.
Uh
A
huh.
lot of we'll say a lot as a parent and don't mean it in the moment. We'll be in the moment. It hurt our feelings. It made us mad. You feel me? It pissed us the fuck off to where we saying certain things that probably will wake up tomorrow. And you probably go get your child if you put your child out. We ain't talking about the ones that know better or the ones that was influenced because we do have gullible kids too. So, you know, it's not their fault that somebody talked them into doing something as a peer pressure that we don't know of. Most kids don't tell us a lot about the peer pressure because peer pressure is not being taught to a child to be comfortable to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be embarrassed from your parent to let them know about certain things that's going on. My kids or the parents that's listening that need to tell their kids, talk about that peer pressure. That's a mentoring for your ass, huh, Diggy? Yeah, boy. Because a lot of us as adults still got peer pressure that we need to talk about. Most of us don't know how to handle the challenges with a child because we'll go run to a person that we think giving us good talk, but don't know what the fuck they talking about in their damn self. Oh, you ain't gonna put that, gonna put her out because she ain't gonna listen. This and that, telling you all negative shit, then giving you an answer to be positive on the actions of what's been handled to you with your baby,
And then turn around and go talk about you. That mother
and
put
then
their
turn
baby out.
around and go talk about your ass.
That mother put their baby out. What kind of parent do that?
The child can get away with the not knowing better, but you parents know better. You know better. You don't get a pass.
Not at
Need to
all.
be worrying about a motherfucker talking about you because you can't get right. They worrying about more love, more attention, and more responsibility, communication too. But I mean, yeah, that's true. But let's check the mental of the child. If the child don't see that the parent ain't getting right they damn self, well, how the fuck they gonna go talk to you?
That's true. That
The
is
child
true.
don't see none of that because of the lack of love. You said attention, responsibility, and communication they have too. They got to start with us though to build that before they can be comfortable. We have to ask questions that you would never think you'll have to ask your child. You will have to come up with scenarios that you will never think your child is thinking like that or anybody coming at them like that. You got to prepare them, man. So obviously, this question leading to it really point the finger to us. That's really, yeah, you go to work. Yeah, you do this. Yeah, you get them that. Yeah, you do that. But like this man just said, if it ain't the love, attention, responsibility, and the communication there, then it's nothing. You're gonna have a child that stray away to go find something that makes them comfortable. And these days, it's bullshit. It's not a library. It's not doing homework with other kids. It's not going feed the homeless. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to the park. It's not even sitting on the porch or the green box no more. It's not coming up with ideas and creations to be better as far as in making some change on the side, cutting yards, selling lemonade, all that shit. It ain't that no more. Just like you said, true lead by example. It got to be led by us parents. So I'm fussing at y'all right now, at us right now, at adults, period. Family or neighbor. It don't matter. Don't nobody slide when you can help out with certain kids in community than being scared of them. Huh? Then teaching them the right way to take control of where you stay at. So those are lessons that's being stripped. I understand, but we got to bring it back because it's being stripped mentally, not physically. There ain't no laws telling us that we can't help each other and all that. That's a personal issue between us humans. I ain't putting myself out of that. That's just what it is. Because most of y'all won't listen unless we talking about us all as a whole. And then instead of pointing the fingers at one, when you point one, 5 of them point back. So that's what I was told.
That's no lie there.
So our kids want to be gangsters is because of us. And they not being gangster because y'all gangster. Nah. That was back in the days. They being gangster of boredom. They being gangster of not being taught how to go work. You're not teaching them. You showing them about how you working, but you're not showing them how they can go work. As far as in you paying them for chores, cutting their yard. You feel me? Yeah, that's a daily chores of what the child should do to show the appreciation of it being in the house. But same sense, that's how you show them how to work for it too. Them Jordans ain't cheap, man. And y'all just giving the kids these things and ain't showing them responsibilities on how to go get it, then yeah, your kid gonna want to be gangster to go steal it or go sell drugs for it or do something illegal to have it. Niggas say I demand respect from anyone, but I also give the same. Yeah, I give it first, bro, so it can clear me to be an asshole when you don't accept it. You feel me? So yeah, I give it out first, so it can just kill the notion of your response that you didn't want to respect me in the first place. I said, sir. I said, please. I said, excuse me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But motherfuckers still turn around and disrespect your respect. And they most of y'all do this in front of y'all kids, and you wonder why they want to be gangster. Most of y'all curse like a sailor, all that shit. They pick up on all that. They understand all that, but they not paying attention to the goodness. They not focusing on how righteous you trying to be, so the child can have a good living, but they can understand to have a better one. Goddamn me. What's up, Reggie? Shine bright in the building. Shine out to shine bright. You want your carpet shine bright? Give it shine bright. December night is almost here for the self-defense class, the Lion Pride gun training for the women's self-defense. Women, go out there and get your self-defense on, protect yourself. This class is for you to protect yourself now. There's no notion or room for not learning how to be armed and how to fight back. Because these youngsters these days, strong arming like a motherfucker. So and they come after you women. So Lion Pride, get with them. December 9th, women defense class. Galveston Podcast is the review. I'm Black Vato. That's denied. We just had consistency have a show come on. We've been out about 3 days. So appreciate everybody coming in. Appreciate you, Diggy. I'm gonna get with you, brother. Learn more about your mentorship. You know what I'm saying? And we get an interview with you, brother, to get on here to course us in certain things, not only for our child, but to help course us adults also. It ain't just the
Yep.
child need mentoring either. The adult need mentoring too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said, don't be afraid to show your feelings. It's okay to be vulnerable. That's true. But you got to teach your kid that though. And you can't teach them that throughout anger. You have to have a clear mind, a clear conscience. It can't come out that you're trying to teach them in an argument. It got to come out on some just sitting around shit. Or something come up and on the news or something. It could be a conversation to teach your child what not to do in them type of situation. The open conversation. It ain't about oh, I don't know. Well, what is the conversation of parents of the kids these days anyway?
Is there any that's in person and not through text?
You can't ask them about their friends because half of you don't meet half of them because they either embarrassed by them or they know goddamn well to not bring that child around you. So I mean, half of them don't even want to play sports no more. Being in the band, none of that shit. It's a good one right there. What is the conversation of the day that we should have with the kids? I don't know. I'm lost on that one. I'm kind of lost. I was going with the flow with it though, but it was more answers or more strategies to how to prepare yourself to deal with a kid that want to be gangster.
Mm-hmm.
The understanding of a child that's being taken care of and they want to go that way is just blowing my mind. Well, that's our hour, folks. Gals podcast to the mainland for the world to hear. This is open mic the review. Catches on Grown Man Mondays, Garage Talk on Tuesdays, Women Convo Wednesdays. Doug been battling with the kids, so that's why Thursdays go down. But you'll see us Thursday. You got to take care of the chitlins. Shout out to that strong daddy. Salute to you.
Amen.
We don't have a lot of them, so let's praise them while we got them. All righty there. We'll see y'all later next week. New topics, new shows. Good night.
Good
Thank you,
night.
Jedi.
You're welcome.